want you to put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on and just flow with me. Now, this right here is to my melanated beings, to my melanated brothers and sisters. What I'm about to say is not against any other race because I don't have hate in my heart. But what I do have in my heart is truth, my truth. What I see as truth and what my truth is what I make truth. That's my truth. What seems to be truth to me is my truth. And I don't put it on nobody else to agree to my truth. But this is my truth. Now, I know it's some things in textbooks that says that we was gonna be in slavery for 400 years, and that we are the chosen ones, and we disobeyed the commandments of God. That's what it says in certain religious texts. Now I know, and those, and you know, if you have read those texts, it's been over 400 years and we still, us black melanated people, still going through the same thing. So you have to ask yourself, like, why us? Now, there's been other races of people that went through things. I'm not saying we're the only ones that went through things, but we're the only one that went through and are still going through till this day. We've been whipped. We've been hung on trees. We've been burned alive. We have had our skin taken and ripped off of us to be made into wallets and belts, and they have taken our hair and put it into chairs and made our hair like into cushion. The police kill us almost on a daily for nothing. Now we know that it's a creator because something created us. We ain't just come here on a big bang. Something created us. But the question is why the black man and black woman been going through so much? Why? Ask yourself that. Why? It has to be something more than what these texts talks about, like us breaking certain commandments. You know what I'm saying? Especially the commandments that we're said that we have broken. It has to be something bigger than that. And this is my truth. Now, we understand and we know and we have seen things and heard of things of melanated beings getting from off those ships or crafts that has been seen. It's documented that certain races has said that people who look that was tall, 6 to 7 feet, and they was looking and they looked like African Americans. They got from up off those ships. And they was heavily armed with weapons. And the look in their face, you could tell that they never have been in no type of slavery. They had the look on them that had authority. Now, this is what I want to say. You heard things about the Anunnaki. You hear things about the gods. When you read certain texts, you may think that they're talking about the creator, but they're talking about gods, black gods. We know who was the first ones on this planet: melanated beings. We know who came after us: other races. Now, I'm not saying that other races came from us. I'm not saying that other races came from out the womb of a black woman. But what I am saying, why are we going and why have we been going through so much hell, so much turmoil, so much murder? Why? It can't be something simple. You got to ask yourself why, because it has some people believing like it's not a God, it's not a creator. Why we go through so much? Let me tell you my truth, and you make up in your own mind what's your truth. I believe that we look and be thinking, where is the fallen angels, the fallen Anunnaki? Where are they? Who are they? My thing is, could we, us, the black, brown, melanated beings, could we be the fallen Anunnaki that we look for? Are we being punished because we started to splice genes thousands and thousands of years ago? When they write about the book in the Garden of Eden, where you'll see it was two creation stories, and in the book of Enoch, you'll read that those gods, the Anunnaki, they knew and grouped together and said, we're going to do some things. We're going to teach people some things, but we know that we have to look and know that we will have to pay for what we're going to do. But they all, not all, but the ones that were so-called bad, they all grouped up and said, let's do this thing. But they also said and admitted to a creator over them, and they was gods. They knew that they would have to pay, but they still did it. And I know they taught man many things to do. And my truth is they did some gene splicing. They made a race of beings that they should not have made. And those bad ones, the Anunnaki, they fell. They fell from grace, or they fell from the heavens, or they fell from the powers that they had. And then they rest upon earth and have been reincarnated back into these avatars to get things right. But as they reincarnated, one of the things that I believe happened is they did not, they would not have their memory after they reincarnated. So that keep coming back to see and remember to get things right and to right their wrongs and to do the right thing. Because if you read the book of Enoch, you know that they started to eat animals. They started to chew on dead flesh. They started to do a lot of wrongs. They taught people how to make weapons and taught the women the beauty of putting makeup on and changing the way they look. They did a lot of things that they knew they should not have done. And the payment that they have got is, could it be that's why we go through what we go through? And we such a powerful people that we're still here, but been reincarnating to come back into our mind, into our highest thought, because nothing goes unpunished. It goes to the first, third, second, and third generation. Nothing goes unpunished. That's just the way that the laws of the universe is set up by the creator. Nothing goes unpunished. Even through your death, nothing goes unpunished. Now, a lot of people talks about, oh, you're going to go to hell from doing bad. But we're living hell on earth. And nothing goes unpunished. Not even death can save you from being punished by something you've done, because that's the laws of the universe. But my thing is, from all the terrible stuff that us black melanated, brown melanated beings go through, could it be that we are the fallen Anunnaki that we look for? And we have to keep reincarnating to get back and get back thinking on a higher light, and not our lower self, but thinking on our higher self to right our wrongs. And then we won't have to keep reincarnating back because we realize what we've done. But that's just my spiel. Tell me how you feel about that.